And it just
Tell
made
Sandy about going to Morrison & Mott's with the pillowcase.
Hmm?
Tell Sandy about going to Morrison & Mott's with the pillowcase during the Depression.
Oh yeah, that's not yeah, that was in Canada Bread.
Oh.
Morrison & Moth, we went with the
Canada
big with the big wicker basket, like a picnic basket today, and Percy and I. Then we used to fight carrying the darn thing home.
What did you go there for?
Pardon?
What did you go there for?
Well, they called it Walker's Bread then. That's where Morrison & Moth, I think they bought them out. But if the machinery broke down and there wasn't a perfectly formed cookie, it was put to a side, you see.
Is that right?
So anyway, you could go in there and you could buy them for like, well, I think it was about 25 cents, but 25 cents in those days were a lot of money.
Sure.
But Percy and I would take this basket and go and we'd fill it. They had a lid on. It was quite a nice basket when you think about it now. And fill it with cookies and good stuff. But then during the Depression, the same thing happened with Canada Bread, the bakery. And sometimes the loaves of bread got twisted around and not formed like a proper loaf of bread.
Right.
And so they would throw that, or maybe somehow or other it got slashed in half, and half rose and half didn't, you see. But still it was good bread, good buns. So they would just put it to another bin. Well, you could go and get a pillowcase, take a pillowcase, and well, we went, Percy and I used to hang around there because it smelled good, you know, and it was warm in the winter, and we used to skip along or do something along, and we'd end up in the bake shop. And I guess our big eyes and nose sniffing, they'd throw us a nice bun, a real good one, you know.
Right.
And if we could catch it, well, we were pretty good. And we used to catch it because we used to play ball a lot.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yes, we had scrub, and I don't know what you call it.
I played scrub.
Yeah, and just ball like every night after school we'd play ball. So I guess he was surprised that we could catch, you see. So he used to say to us, well, if you go home and get a pillowcase from your mother, bring it back, we'll fill it
With these,
for 25 cents.
With these odds of bread.
Pardon?
With these odd ends of bread that didn't make it through the machine.
Yeah.
Or...
So Percy used to get a bag, and I used to get a bag, and they'd fill it with perfectly good bread, only it was not formed properly, and they're squashed, and Mom used to make bread pudding and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to say, when I grow up, I'm not going to feed my kids bread pudding, you know.
But you did, didn't you?
We did.
Yes.
We weren't even going to feed our kids porridge either. Percy and I would go to school. Mom said, you're not going to until you finish that dish of porridge. So we'd have to finish the porridge. I'm not going to give my kids when I grow up porridge.
So what did...